Gonna be honest with you guys, I really hate trading prop firms. I just don't think that they're looking for serious conservative traders, because if they were, the rule set that you see across the board that these prop firms are using would be very, very different. Us traders know that we need trading capital to really make full-time trading a reality, and these prop firms make these rules based on the majority losing so they can make a big fat profit. It's an unfortunate reality, but that's why you see so many prop firms coming up in the last 3 years. And I've avoided really going down that rabbit hole in a big way. I'm a trader for 16 years. I specialize in the Forex market. I am a full-time trader. I make enough from my trading profits alone for conservative income. I trade around $100,000. I'm looking to expand that capital by using a proprietary firm. And I got involved at FTMO back a couple of years ago, and CTI about a year ago. It was short-lived because I realized that the rule set was just too rigid back then. Rules at proprietary firms have improved. I'm ready to take another chance at a prop firm, and I want to show you which one I selected and why. So I made a checklist for myself of what you should be looking at in a prop firm to better your chances at becoming a long-term profitable trader. So let's get into the details of what you should be looking for right now. After researching over 30 different prop firms, I realized that making a decision wasn't going to be easy, because every single prop firm has a slightly different rule set. They're very competitive with each other. So I thought that the best way of going about doing this was to use my current trading stats and my approach and my knowledge and experience to help guide me in making a decision for the best prop firm that fit my trading style. So I'm actually using a piece of software called the Comeback Kid Manager EA, which is an algorithm of my own design that combines manual trading with auto trading. So it allows me to have discretion in my manual trades, and while the auto trading portion allows me to step away from the computer and sleep comfortably at night, because my trades are being managed in the best way possible, whether that is coming out into profit or break even. So if you scroll down, you'll see that I'm actually in my 6th month, just started my 6th month of trading, almost at a % profit so far. I look for conservative results of around 4% a month, so it's not a lot, and my maximum drawdown limit is 15%, so you can see that I haven't hit that yet, and I'm almost at 22% profit. This is just one of my accounts of $32,000. I have quite a few public accounts, but I also have some that are private as well. So you can see that right now that the maximum drawdown of 9% is too high for the majority of trading prop firms, because they have a maximum drawdown limit of just 5%, as you may know. So I'm going to have to make some small modifications to potentially take a proprietary firm challenge and pass it in 30 days. I'm going to have to increase my risk. I'm going to have to take a little bit more of a gamble, but that is what we have to do because of the rigid rules that these proprietary firms put in place, and especially in the first 30 days. They want the majority to lose, and that's why they make these challenges so difficult, and why they make it so you have to take excessive risk before you can actually start to pull down your risk and be more conservative. So this is just one of my accounts that you see here. Here's another public account of running the Ranger and the Comeback Kid on autopilot. You can see this has been running for quite a few months now. And so this is all public. It's a $5,000 account there. There's a $50,000 account here at Duanda. This is the Vigorous algorithm with my own design as well. This has been running for almost 12 months. And here is the Ranger and the Vigorous running together for almost 6 months. So you can see that I have quite a bit of knowledge and experience in the Forex market. I do have a specific approach, but I like to develop software because I think that is the best way at beating this very difficult market. So this was the checklist that I made for myself. If the prop firm doesn't meet the criteria here, then I move on to the next one. And this is something that you can download. It's below the description of this video. You can download it, check it out for yourself. So the first one I have on the list is profit target below 10%. So this excludes places like FTMO. 10% and within a 30-day period is a very tall ask. And if you're expecting to profit over 10% consistently over the long term, you're crazy. It's not something that's very likely. It's not something that's very achievable. If you're a trader that has experience, then you know that that is not a real type of trading goal to shoot for more than 10% a month. If you think I'm crazy, if you disagree with me, please send me 12 months of results, consistent results of 10% or more profit, and I'd be happy to listen to you. But the majority of you guys are not going to be able to do that. There's only a very small percentage of people that have the skill set and, well, the luck to profit more than 10% on a consistent basis for more than 12 months. All right, so the next one is daily maximum drawdown limit of 5% or higher. So majority of prop firms don't have a very high maximum drawdown limit for a daily drawdown limit. Most of them are about 5%, and this is an unfortunate rule because they have also a maximum drawdown rule as well. That's 10%, or in some cases 12%, depending on the prop firm. But the daily maximum drawdown limit is a bit of a mask. It's to protect the firm. It's to make more people lose in the proprietary firm challenges, and to not give as much flexibility. So they want people to lose 5% by having a stream of losses or having a period of higher drawdown. And then they want those individuals to become emotional and try to recover those losses, and they take greater risk hitting that maximum drawdown limit of 10% soon after. This is a very consistent thing that traders fall victim to, and it's really unfortunate. But that's what prop firms do, and they know how to work with these stats because they go to the brokers to find out how traders lose, when they get emotional, when do losses take place, how do they take place, and how much time frame do they take place within. So these things prop firms know, traders don't, unfortunately, because the majority of us don't have the knowledge or skill to really realize that prop firms are not there to help us, especially in the beginning. So the next one I have here is longer than 30 days to reach the profit targets. If it has to be 30 days, I guess if the profit target has to be in 30 days, that's fine. Just you're gonna have to deal with it because that's what we're given. The majority of these guys do, especially if you're taking a challenge. You got to make those profit targets within a 30-day period. Some of these proprietary firms have free extensions. They also have free retakes as well, and I'm going to get more into that just in a second. All right, so a maximum drawdown limit over 10%. If it's 10%, that's pretty standard. That's fine if you have to deal with that. But anything over that, take it. Just take it. You need to be able to hold trades over the weekend. This is just something that is a prerequisite for pretty much any trading. Not every trader needs to hold their trades over the weekend, but we need that option. That is the life of a trader. If a proprietary firm doesn't have that, move on. It's just not how it should be done. Okay? So leverage above 30%. 1 to 30. So you should need higher leverage. If you don't have high enough leverage, you're not going to be able to make the profit targets because you're not going to have the flexibility of the strategy of within your strategy to really hit those profit targets if you're being held back by too low of leverage. No stop loss required for each trade. So some proprietary firms have a stop loss that's required for each trade, which I think is ridiculous. It makes it very difficult to have flexibility within your strategy. A lot of you are probably thinking, well, you need a stop loss in every single trade. Well, the thing is that they already have a 5% maximum daily drawdown limit and a maximum drawdown limit of 10%. Why have a stop loss on every trade? It's ridiculous. It's an extra loophole that they just want to throw you through to mess you up. No lot size limit on a single asset or pair. So some proprietary firms will force you to not have to have a maximum lot size on each asset, so you can't multi-order trade very well on that asset. It's a way to set you back. It's a way to control you. It's a way for you to not have the ability to average into your positions, which is one of the best ways of approaching the Forex market because we can't always be right. Averaging in, multi-order trading, grid trading are huge techniques that give you an advantage in the Forex market. No lot size limit. Oh, I already talked about that one. No trading fees or low trading fees, spreads and commissions and swaps. This is something that's overlooked at most proprietary firms or from traders actually. They just don't look at the spread and the commission. These can really set you back if the proprietary firm is really trying to rob you from that. I know that there's a lot of them out there, like FTMO has a high spread as far as I've heard. So try to find proprietary firms that have lower spreads. Look around, ask around. Reddit, other forums will help you out with that. No huge spread increases during the day and turnover. So this is something that you should really keep an eye out on because recent interview with FTMO with a trader that was talking about their spread increasing by 25 pips on the Aussie USD is unacceptable even over on day turnover. Brokers that do this are trying to set you back. They're trying to even get you stopped out. It's not acceptable. Move on if you see a broker or a prop firm that's doing that. Free retakes and extensions. great. Take them. If you can get them, find a prop firm that allows them. As many as you can get, go for it. Avoid no challenge prop firms. These are the ones that are trying to entice you by no challenges. They try to pull you back on how much profit that you can withdraw, how much you can make. Their profit splits are usually less. Just avoid them because they're not the right avenue, and you'll make less over a 6-month period than you will at taking a challenge at another prop firm or taking a challenge in general. All right, try to avoid and find the highest profit split. So 90%, 85, anything above 70% is adequate in my mind, and something that you should be looking for. Account scaling is important. If the prop firm has it, take it. If they don't, I think it's going to be very difficult for you to scale your account and have that ability. So look for scaling. It's a good idea. The more flexibility with EAs, more flexibility with EAs in trading tools is the better option. And most prop firms don't have a lot of flexibility here. It's unfortunate because most people are trying to get away with using commercial algorithms. EAs that trade a specific strategy. They don't want commercial algorithms to be a part of the prop firm, because if too many people are using the same strategy, it will cause too much risk across the board and put them at unnecessary risk for losing a lot of capital. So that's why they don't allow EAs. But trading tools are allowed. So for example, like my Comeback Kid Manager EA is something that would be allowed because it's technically a trade manager. It's not really an algorithm. It has buttons, it has a trade panel, allows you to enter and exit the market by pushing buttons. So it's technically a trade manager, something that is a very much a gray area within the prop firm market. All right, so flexible payment options. Do they allow crypto? Do they have PayPal? Is it something that you can use for getting a payment? So more options, the better there. Does the firm have good reviews? That's the last thing I have here. It's difficult to trust the reviews on Trustpilot, Forex, Peace Army, because they can be purchased. So it's better for you to ask around, go on Google, ask a couple of questions about the prop firm reviews, and find some forums out there that have individuals talking about the prop firm to see if it's legit and if they're good. That's what you should be looking for, guys. This is a checklist that I made for myself. You can go ahead and download it below the description of this video. So I ended up choosing MyForexFunds. I thought that they beat out the competition by a pretty wide margin out of all the 30 different proprietary firms that I looked over. So the evaluation is what I think is the best option at MyForexFunds. And they have pretty good options. So they have the 8% profit target in phase 1 over 30 days. They have the standard 5% drawdown limit. And phase 2 is 5% in 60 days. So the hardest part for me is going to be the 8% profit in phase 1 in over 30 days, and also the drawdown limit of just 5%. So if I'm using the Comeback Kid Manager EA, I did hit my maximum drawdown of 9%, but that was just one period in August. It was like 2 days or just one day that hit the 9% drawdown. And all the other periods I've been able to stay under about 5% drawdown. So I'm not too worried about the drawdown limit, but the profit target. So that's something that we need to talk about here. 4% is what I'm averaging every single month. So I'm not going to hit their 8% in 30 days with my current risk profile. I'm a very conservative trader, and I'm looking to keep my drawdown low. And if my drawdown is low, my profit is also a little bit on the lower side too. But they have a free extension. They have one free extension, so that allows you to hit the 8% profit target within a 60-day period. So that's what I'm going to try to be achieving with phase 1. So it gives me a little bit of flexibility, and I think I can get that. If it's not in the first challenge that I do, I'll take another one, and I'll eventually will get that profit, that phase 1 profit within a 60-day period. All right, phase 2 should be pretty easy. Making 5% profit in 60 days is not too hard for me to do. And so it's just that phase 1. And no other restrictions. The leverage is good at 100 to 1. I really like the profit share at MyForexFunds is 85%. So really good options here, a lot of flexibility, and really just beat out all the competition. So $200,000 is what I'm looking at for my evaluation, and hope to pass it in a 4-month period. All right, guys, so really being a very rule-based with this whole approach, and it's something that you guys should consider using my checklist as well to find a prop firm that's best suited for you, whether it's MyForexFunds or another one that I didn't even mention in this video. All right, thanks guys for watching. I hope this was helpful.